YouTube, it's Alex. I'm gonna where my glasses go. So I am 36 weeks and 6 days. Wow. I'm going to be 37 weeks tomorrow, and that just, like, doesn't make sense to me. And I'm also like, no way. There's no possible way. Because I've said it 100 times, but Dante was 36 in 2 days. And that was 5 years ago. And it's just like, this whole pregnancy has been so difficult and scary, and I've seen, I don't know how many doctors, and pretty much all of them said, except for one, my one amazing high-risk doctor, she's the only one that's been really, like, positive about the negative news that we would get, but all the other doctors, like, there's no, like, they would feel sorry for me. You could see that they feel sorry for me, and then you could see, and then other doctors are just blunt, and they're like, there's no way you'll make it to full term, and blah, blah, blah. So it's just amazing to say that I'll be 37 weeks tomorrow. Oh my gosh, 37? What? So Kira, sleeping on the belly bump. So cute. I actually fell asleep too earlier. I've been so just exhausted and tired, and I really think it's my body just, you know, saying you're gonna have a baby soon, better get your rest. I was just telling my husband that. I'm just tired. It's really hit me this last couple of days, way more tired than usual. But today's update, I'm feeling, there's days where it's hard to walk because it feels like there's a lot of pressure, and then there's days where I don't really notice the pressure at all. Well, after Dante's soccer game today, we were walking back to the car, and it was really uncomfortable, tight feeling. I had a few contractions, more than usual, during the game. I think it's because I was getting so frustrated, because I grew up playing soccer, so there's certain things that just drove me crazy when I, like, watched the game. It's silly of me, but, so I would have more contractions, and then I had, like, 2 contractions alone just walking to the car, and I've had some here and there at the house, but not enough to write it down or time them on my phone yet, just noticing them. They're not hurting as much, so I'm really grateful for that. I went to the store at Walgreens today to look for the evening primrose oil that you beautiful ladies have suggested, and they didn't have any, and then they told me of a store in the area that might have it. So I called them before I drove over there, and they said they only have it in capsules, like, for, like, oral. And then when I was like, okay, I'll just go home. So I went home. We went home after the game, and then, just probably half an hour ago, I called another vitamin store in the location, and they said the same thing, that they don't have the oil, they just have the oral capsules. So I think, because I've read on it, I did some research online about the scar tissue and how it can make it so I can't dilate. Even if you're, like, in active labor, there's a good chance that you won't dilate because of your scar tissue. Some women experience it and some don't, and I don't want to be that person. So I think in a few days we'll probably, like, buy it off Amazon or something, the gel or whatever, that oil packet, I don't know. So if you know more information about that, or feel free to fill me in and tell me. I just realized that, I was going to ask you guys all, like, the question of the day, because I love doing that, and I love your guys' responses. It's so cool to see how many babies you have and what gender they are. And then I had a good question that I thought of pretty quick, fast last night, like what I was going to ask you, and now I can't remember. So I'm going to make up a new one, and hopefully I'll remember the question that I came up with last night, and then I can ask it tomorrow or the next day. This question is for you guys. Have you ever done natural? And if you have gone natural, do you prefer it? Or was it something you don't think you would want to do again? Or it could be, have you had a C-section, you thought about natural, but you decided C-section is more for you? I don't judge at all whatsoever, just my preference. I prefer natural. I've never had an epidural, so I can't really say yes, I'd rather have an epidural. But to be truthful and to be honest, if I didn't have, Dante went fast, and I'm probably 90% sure I'd probably go with an epidural if I was one of those women that labored for hours and hours and hours, because I've only hard labored, like active labored with Dante for only 2 hours, and that was hard. That was intense. That I couldn't even imagine how regular women can labor like that, in active labor for hours and hours and hours. Like, I sympathize for you. So I can't sit here and be like, oh, I would never get an epidural. I can't say that, because I think I probably would opt for an epidural if I labored for a really, really long time. I think the only reason why I'm okay with going natural is because I know it's not good. I don't labor that long, but who knows? I could be wrong. This birth could be totally different and throw me off track, and I could be in labor for hours. But I've really mentally prepared myself, and I even asked my husband and other family members that might be there that please don't ask me if I want any medication or anything. Just keep being positive for me. If I start losing it, please remind me of the birth that I want and encourage me. Just don't bring up like, oh honey, you're hurting, how about you try this pain medication, and don't do that. But yeah, who's off for the epidurals and who's off for the natural? That's the question of the day. Sorry, it kind of came off on the spot, but I had a really good question and I can't remember it. But yeah, I'm just relaxing, having contractions here and there. They're tolerable. Not enough to time them yet. Just hanging out. Having sharp twinges here and there in my cervix. It's really uncomfortable. I've been having extra discharge, but I've been having that off and on for weeks, so I kind of don't pay too much attention to that. Just relaxing, watching some Halloween documentary thing on Netflix and hanging out with Kira. Alright, have a good day, guys. Bye.